data into our memory. Okay, first thing is that we are looking at reading the file called iris.data. That's the source file that we have, the data file that we have under the directory called data. And I know beforehand that this is actually a CSV file, so you can see that we are using pandas. There is a sub module called read CSV. I'm using the read CSV to read the iris.data file into our memory. So let's show you a little bit. Within the data, I do have a couple of sample data for you to utilize in the purpose of our lesson, and this is the iris.data that I've already placed there. So let me just hide this so that we can actually have a bit more space. So let's run this cell, and basically I'm reading this and I'm storing it into the variable called df. df's short for data frame. Remember that I mentioned pandas is good and useful for tabular structure, Excel-like data format, or the actual formatting of the data. So let's have a look at the first few rows of the data by using this module called .head, also called method. So let's run this, and you can see that, okay, right, notice what I mentioned before, these are in tabular format, in columns and rows format. There is one problem though, is that this is actually a data, this row is actually a row of data, and what pandas, the read CSV method thought it was the column header, and naturally we know that that's actually incorrect. So what we can do here is that we can add a little parameter here called comma, and then header is equal to -1. That basically says, look, this data, this raw data as it comes through has no header at all, and just take the first row as data. So we're going to read that directly and then show the head. Okay, the head meaning the first 5 rows of data. So if we run that, and I get this interesting error message. Right, it's fairly wrong. So what it actually is saying is value error. Again, how do you read error messages? Passing negative integer to header is invalid. For no header, use header is equal to none instead. Oh, very good. Okay, so what happened is that -1 used to be the method to actually say there's no header. The library has changed, so we switch it over to none. Run that again. No harm done. So now the column name is called 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 now. So that's useful for the purpose of for this exercise, and basically this shows us that yeah, we have the data and we are able to actually resolve the problem of not using the first row of data as our column header. Right, seeing that we don't actually have any column header, what we also want is to actually have something that inform us of what these columns and columns of data actually meant. Of course they come with meaning. So I have actually pre-populated this cell here and calling it the variable column name, column_name, sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, and also finally the class. Okay, so at this point, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you probably have not come across the iris dataset. The iris dataset is a really great introductory dataset to help you get familiar with how to actually make use of Python for data analysis using pandas, interacting with the data, pulling it into memory for computation, for manipulation, to get a really good understanding. The iris dataset is fairly simple, it's not complicated. Although you might not... Alright, here it is. Some console has already shown us this is what a sepal looks like, this is what a petal looks like. Okay, great. This is really what I was looking for. So we have 4 measurements, the length width of both petal and sepal. And that's where we have, there are 4 columns here to describe that. And the last column Column number 4 is to describe the 3 types of iris flower set that we saw earlier. Okay, so let's run this to store these 5 column names. Now that I've stored this in this variable, I need to actually tell pandas to rename these column to these name. Okay, so that's what I do. .df.columns, that's how I access the columns, the name itself, and replace it with conames. Run that, and as I run the header again, you can see that the column names now is much more meaningful. Sepal length, sepal width, and on it goes.